Hello, beautiful world. How to start a business. Are you looking to start a business, do something as a side hustle, make some extra money? Well, SaaS solutions can be your way into making your dreams of entrepreneurship and business ownership all come true. So today I'm going to walk you through how you can start a business, and we're going to do a business that can scale, a business that you're going to be able to employ and outsource and pretty much go through the whole system with you today. So it will pay to stick around till the end, when I will give you the most valuable tips to make sure that you're successful. So make sure that you watch till the end of this video, hit the like and subscribe. Comment below with all your questions. If you start asking for more of these, I will do more. Also, if you want then like me to share all the tabs here, I can share the tabs with you so that you can go and look through all that we've seen today. You can also then get access to the PowerPoint, and I'm got these projects that I'm always looking for collaborators with. So if you're an entrepreneur like me and you're interested in SaaS businesses and working smarter and playing harder, I just came in from being out in the garden, having an amazing permaculture food forest, and able to coach and train on permaculture as well. So this is me playing my video games. That is me playing outside, exploring the bush and being able to grow and live this amazing homesteading off-grid kind of lifestyle. But I am in the suburbs at the moment, but this is not what we're looking for. We're looking at how we can start a business. So let's go over and look at starting a business. So although in this video I'm going to be walking through a specific business, how to make money using SaaS, and as a data analyst, as a consultant, you will be able to take away the steps and the process and apply it to starting any kind of business, really. So it will apply generally as well as specifically to people who actually might want to do this. Okay, so here we are. Welcome to how to start a business. Make money with SaaS doing data analysis. Now I'm going to walk you through the steps of how you can start a business with SaaS doing data analysis. Nice and simple, okay? Stay with us to the end because that's where the gold is. Make sure you like and subscribe. And first step is we need to look at the first step. That's a rookie mistake, my bad. First step, we need to find out what is valuable, what is desired and wanted. Yeah, and don't worry about what you might think people need. People don't care what you think they need. They care about what they think they need, and that is their wants and their desires. It might not be what they need, but that's what they want and they desire. So you never kind of go against the grain here, go against the flow. You always got to go with the flow, and this is where really good copy and understanding behavioral psychology and neurology and all those beautiful topics really helps you understand how you can connect and build and start a business. So understanding psychology, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, all that kind of stuff is going to be so valuable in you running a business as well. So if you're not mentally healthy and physically healthy, then you're not going to be able to create a healthy company with a healthy culture. So what is of value? How do we find that out? Good question. I'm glad you asked. So we go over to tools like Topic Mojo, and we just go into, so we just can go into the topic model and their question finder, and we'll go into their topic model first. So their topic model is, we're just going to put in our keyword here. So anything that we're interested in, anything that getting a whole data around. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to select what we call a niche here, and we're going to go for a sub niche and maybe even a subset within a sub niche, because we're really going for that, what we call it, big, like, blue ocean, where we want it to be a business where there isn't many other players, where we get a first mover's advantage on something that is a little bit different, and that will be our point of difference. That will be our selling point, as well as then our company culture. So we need to think about our actual product offering, and we want to make sure that we can scale it. And in this case, we're looking at data. So what kind of data could we collect and use to scale our business? And I think that we could scale and do a business on SaaS. So I wonder what this will come up with, but software as a service. And we'll just see. So I could change the location there. You can change the language as well. And what we're doing is we're looking through social media for SaaS, and we're just finding out the mentions. What has been mentioned? Open that up and just see what's being talked about, because we want to find out where there is a problem that people are identifying at enough number, enough scale that we can kind of go with. So SaaS. So we can see the search volume for SaaS. I'm going to take that down. So total questions. So questions are good, right? You can see what kind of videos are popular in this with that word in it. I want to go through and I want to see some of these queries. So you can unlock this tool to get more data, and you can extract this data. So you could use this data in our data mining, which will be important for later on. So we just want to look through and see what would be. We have to create a new keyword if this is not doing anything. Okay, so maybe did that a bit funny way, but I'm going to go business software, and I think that's just me being OCD, to be honest with you. It's open. Let's see how she goes. Okay, let's do this. So I think that was a bit of a bug there that I couldn't do a search, so I just came back out and I did another search. No problem. I can just report the bug there later on. Let's go. Right, so there's other tools that we're going to look at. So basically trends. So we want to see about business software. I want to see who's searching for business software. It's a bit of a generic broad term, so this is what we're trying to narrow down, was within business software. Okay, so here's trends over the last 12 months, and we can change that. And this is in Australia because that's where I'm located, but you can change that as well. And here's the kind of number of searches by where they are, and we want to compare that then with actual. Okay, so we can put in these, and they're not very good because I'm not getting any data on them. Let's go as big as we can, and that's probably not going to help because it's probably all new. So I need to change my terms, and that's okay because that's not useful for us at all. So business. Let's see if we can get in here. Software in general. Software, such a broad term. We're trying to narrow it down to something that will be more of value to us. But software going way down. Activity. Okay, so you have to just think about this a bit. Now this gives us some more data. Now what's really cool with this as well is that we can embed this and download it and all sorts. So this is data mining. You can use this if this would be interesting, but search term trends, or you can see that there was other option topic 10 trends. You can go to find keywords, what people are searching for, the volume that people are searching for, and you can mine that data as well. But first and foremost, we're just trying to find out what is being popular. So what is being talked about on social media and what is trending, what are people looking for, searching for, because that tells us what behavior, what people are thinking about, what people are doing. So it's a real beautiful insight that we have into society, being able to see all the keywords that people are searching. So keyword tool that you can use for free, and there's lots of other ones out there as well, and I'll give you links in description and to all tool sets that you can use to do this for sure. And I can also share this whole session with you today, thanks to Toby tab management. So I can just save this and share it, and you can then use Toby to open up and see all the pages that I have been to for this session. So as that loads for us to get an idea, so what people are talking about. So if you go into groups like our group here at SaaS Review, you can come in here and you can see what is being talked about, what are people actually commenting on, liking, what kind of discussions they are doing, what kind of groups are happening, what kind of posts are happening on your subject. So you can use all your social media, and that's what we're trying to do with the topic mojo here, is we're just using the social media to have a look at the term business software and what is going on. So the intent, the videos, but we want to look here at queries, but we can look into all the different sites like I say. So let's open this up and we can see then what kind of questions. What is business software in a computer? What is business and software? Why is business software used? What is business computer application? So all stuff that is relevant. So all things that people are being talked about by various amounts, and you'd be able to unlock this tool or use these phrases and then go over to your keyword tool and see how much they are actually trending and being talked about, to see the popularity and to validate what is actually valuable. Right, so then the second step is actually identify the value in the data. So now we've got to look and we've got to see what data can be mined. So we can mine this data here, we can export that, but there's also companies that have APIs and webhooks and all sorts of other connections that you can connect up and get data from them. So you don't have to actually have the data. They're doing it from you, and you can be a connection point. But to start with, if you're not as tech savvy, you can mine your own data from all different sites, government ABS sites, there's lots of free tools that give you a few searches, so you could see any of those that you could export as something. You could potentially mine that data. And there's other ways of mining that data as well. But so first off, we need to, second, after we find what will be a value, second, we need to find the data that can compute that value, because they're doing data analysis as our business plan. But if you're just creating a business, you need to now find out how you would create. The second step would be how you can create it. So find out how the need is, find out how you can fill that need. Yeah, so they have need and desire first. Second, you're going to find out how can you fulfill that need. So there's value in this data. People need this. They want this. You go and collect it. And then third is you're going to find a way to store it, update it, and analyze it. So once we keep moving on, so more data sources, so search engines, what people are searching for, and if people search for anything, like what are people searching for mostly, go here and this shows what is trending, what is being popular. So full form, meaning, platform, products. So as you can see, there's a bit of confusion then potentially from it. So these are main searches that is coming up in these search ideas in search engines. Also YouTube, what are people actually watching? So if you go into your channels and you can see what videos is also a form of analytics in your own channel, and you can compare channels and you can download reports probably too with certain analytics tools. You can definitely find other ways to use data. So there's lots of data information everywhere. People are interested in what is trending on YouTube, what is the best Reddit articles, the tops lists and all that kind of stuff. So data, people want, it's got so much data, so sorting through. If you're still stuck on ideas of what people might like after you've gone and you've seen a few of the stuff that, look into what you've like and do your topic modeling around what you like, then we can put it in here too, and we can go, so business growth. So this is what our products can do, the software can do business growth. So how is business growth being talked about? What kind of questions are happening on business growth? So that's going to be relevant for what we're trying to help out with data analysts. We're trying to find out what will be of value and what will people pay for. So what will hit people in a way that they fundamentally understand, know, they need and desire, and that is with our money or with psychology and status and other things. So we're going to keep searching on that for more ideas. We can use tools here, so we can take a 10-second quiz and get business ideas. We can find profitable and hot niches. So we can do lots of things using SaaS tools if we get stuck. Another one that just come up is just using search engines, Ecosia, for finding free data sets. So just by searching in Ecosia, you can find free public data sets for analysis. So there is lots of data and they're not analyzing all of it, and it's not being presented in a good way. So you can collect your own data. Free tools like Google Analytics can collect your own data. But if we go here and we do another tool that I am thinking of, let's see, trying to think anyway, I can give lots of different links. Okay, so free public data sets for analysis to see what might be relevant to your industry. You can collect your own data. Free tools like Clarity here will do heat mapping on customer sites, so you can collect data and also pay for a service. So you can put this on for free. It's built on open source. It's all compliance ready, so you could, as a service, put this on. You could put in on analytics for a customer as well, and with their permission you could start collecting their data, their traffic, and using it to create a value for them. So let's just look at what kind of queries came back. Again, back on if you're looking for that idea on what is going to be of value for us. So again, we can see the trends over time, total, and business analysis, supply chain management. Yeah, cool. So core, lots of questions there, and we can just keep going through and we can just see all them. So where are we up to in our presentation? So maintain and analyze. Yep, so we've done storage, collecting data, and how you could now start paying as getting paid too for a service. So you can put this on people's websites to collect data, and you then need to store it, so you can connect it up with Google Docs or other spreadsheets or database SQL databases if you're a bit more technical, and you can start to collect and save and store that data. Here's another one that you can do. This is heat mapping and SEO data as well. And so you could collect data again for clients with this tool. Another one is Brandalizer. So you could collect competitors or just brand data generally from this tool. So other data mining tools, but doing the data storage. So I just move this so it's not getting too confusing, but this should be over here with what to then mine. Yeah, getting tools, this as well there, and this is then mining, and then storage we'll do after, so bear with me. So that should be over here. Okay, so this free service that we can heat sinking is heat mapping, is where showing where people's mouse movement is, where it's hovering for the most, where how long people are staying on a page, all that kind of stuff. So this is a free tool that you can use to do that. This is a paid tool that you can use to do this with, so that might be of incredible value in this. Then you've got tools. Once you know what data you need to collect and how you're going to analyze it, now we need to start to automate that process. So this is now part of analyze data, store. So how are we going to update our data? We've got storage, so we can use the sheets, and then so this is where Captain Data, so we can use this to create workflows at scale. We can scrape and mine websites and scrape and mine then our sheets. So we import our data into Google Sheets, and then we can use Captain Data to integrate with our sheets and move that data once it's been inputted to place that we could then analyze that data, so that we don't have to do it, and we can also use this tool to scrape and generate unique data. We can also use tools like Ants and Apps, which has a different way of pricing, similar to like Zapier. You can connect apps and connections together, but this one works off bandwidth use as opposed to charging you for apps. It charges you for the amount of work that the system actually does. So this might be a good option for people to look into as well. This I want to put here. So Captain Data also does like another one that does like what Captain Data does, which is pretty much automated tasks, is Hexomatic. So if we log in, then we can use their built-in automation tool. So some of the stuff we can do is article curation. So you can pick up an article, news article, description, keyword, and summary. It can discover the website domain information. It can discover crypto. It can convert between cryptocurrencies, the price value. Then they got premium plugins. So this is a pay for usage, so it's connected with other third-party APIs and webhooks, how I was talking about earlier. And so you can do audio transcriptions, you can do text from extract text from OCR documents, you can take out images from products, you can do different search engine results, email verifications so that you're not sending to dodgy emails, all sorts of inbuilt free automations that you can do. So an example could be you could get people to call a number, and as they're speaking, that is getting put into text. The text is then being read by the AI that is responding to it, which is then going into a text to speech service, which is then speaking back to the product. And you can use AI mixed in with your own programming. Like, AI is not just something that you can just that you're just letting run wild. Obviously, in this case, you would be able to set up your system so that people calling this could all be done or automated. Just one example. But in this case, what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to go to different documents and extract different data from it. So different news things, different referring to backlink information on competitors, we're going to be able to get for what we're doing with our business idea, which is a data analyst. So we want people who can pay for it. So it's not really going to be householders or the social market. However, there is an entertainment factor to looking at data as well. So don't rule that out, that data can be highly entertaining, but we want to be able to do it that people would pay for it. So crowdsourced automations, this is a real amazing feature that Hexomatic has. They can connect up with humans, so you can ask humans to do a yes no. So if you need them to any questions that you couldn't do any other way, then you just need a human to look at a picture and verify something or whatever it is. This is an option. And then a human assistant where you can ask them any question. So this is perfect then for being able to do customer support as well. All questions being answered for you. Okay, so then connecting through apps, API, and webhooks. So it connects it. Being able to send data from one to another, because then with data sources you can connect up to free APIs that will send the data across, so you don't have to manually then go and do scrapes, and you don't have to do extractions, and so maybe you're not using all that, or maybe you are and you're sending it then to the sheet, and you want the sheet to then connect up with a analytics tool so that you can turn it into something of high value, because just the data by itself, there's data everywhere, so we want to turn it into something that is going to be of high value. I think stock prices, currency prices, who cares about it? Well, make them care about it by showing the relevance of the data that you're collecting and how it can affect their needs and desires. So another way to do automation, so these programs so far use web apps and software connections on the cloud and on web servers. RoboMotion is one that can do tasks all on your computer. Anything basically that you would do on your computer, you can use RoboMotion to do it. So it's another type of automation software that will be able to connect in well with these previous discussed ones to really give you a really good rounded automation solution for your business needs. Okay, so we're collecting data, we got all the data, now we've got to analyze the data. So you can put it into Data Studio, and with Data Studio you can get all these amazing looking reports. Say amazing, but they are what they are, and you could obviously then make your own as your business grows, and adapt these. You can adapt these, and you can of course make your own, and you can of course then get a designer to make your own as your business grows. And what would be really amazing, so if you can get the data then from here, these tools, and then plug it into, so we're going to have to add on another app here. So tools like Vista, Create, and Canva. So you can do infographics. Okay, so you just go here, more, and infographics, and it'll open up different design options for you. And then you'll need to automate with these other tools to be able to get the information from the spreadsheet to Canva. Don't know what other automations and connections Canva might have, what if they're the API or how that would all go. The specific details of which tool you would use, you'd need to just figure out. Okay, so that would open, and that will also give you the same options to give you the ability to make beautiful infographics. Now, all these different styles, I probably picked the worst one possible for displaying data. Here, maybe this one is a better one. Let's just open this up. Okay, so you can then put in data into a infographic to make it more digestible and more marketable, because now we want to do the analytics. So we're putting in and creating cool analytic tools like this that would be sellable, that we can do analysis on, so that we can look at it and then we can write a blog piece on it, or we can write a new subscription newsletter, or we can do, like investigative journalists. Think that as a data analyst, we're kind of like, what's the end purpose of getting the information? Why are we actually using it? And that takes a bit some investigating and journalism to be innovative and define new data that can change what we know and practice at the moment. So there's lots of opportunities. And so this is a tool that you can plug in and connect 80 plus online data sources and get metrics on live dashboards with automations. So this kind of combines some of the other tools that we are doing to give us then infographics that then we would be able to use. So this is an amazing tool. And then we can create automated newsletters linking into our creations that link in to the data that we pull, but then we want to link that in onto the data to pull into graphs. And we want to link those graphs into a website. So I'll need to show you a website. So we want to put that next. So I want to link it into a website. And then those data sets, as they get up, they can be published live or they can be hidden. But as long as we can get an RSS feed on it, so on WordPress, you can get an RSS feed easy. Again, there's going to be descriptions and you can see tools to do everything of this. Otherwise, comment and I will let you know. So on website, this will give us an RSS feed. From there, we can use our RSS feed to automate and create automated newsletters to share. So then we can get subscribers and share. We can also then start to collect emails for further marketing, because now that we're collecting data and we know how it creates value and we're getting testimonials of how it creates value, we can help people set their systems up for their specific industry and needs. So the more data we're getting in, the more people we're talking to, the more we're networking, the more we're seeing the data we're collecting create meaning and value, the more we're spreading that and getting interest, the more we're going to be asked for how it is that we're doing everything and working on and getting the results, etc., etc. So this opens us up to now selling the information of how other people can also manage their data, look after their data security. So lots of courses. So run your own courses. So these courses can be done on your own sites, or these courses can be done on other sites, well-known sites that I'll link to if you need any help. So just comment, and you can then run courses on what it is that you have got, the data images that you sell, and why it is so important, because you want to constantly keep engaging with potential customers that do not know you. You want to keep building a relationship. This is relationship marketing. Content marketing is relationship marketing. So So what's this? We got the analyze, we found the data. Now we want to share our valuable data. So on our website, we're going to share it. We're going to share it with the newsletter, and we're going to share it in any other way that we can automate that. So we can share it in YouTube videos, but we're going to share it however we can, far and wide, and communicate to people why these data is very important. Now, we don't necessarily have to give them the analyzed data. We can just give them the data sets and the beautiful sets here, and they can look at it and analyze and bring out their own conclusions. We don't have to do that for them. That can be our consulting service. So if they want us to actually look at their heat mapping, if they want us to actually look at their keyword rankings and see what's happening for them, that isn't a service that then you can charge for. And if they don't want to pay for the service and they want to do it themselves, or they want to consult and do the consulting for other people, you're going to teach them how to do it, because you are now an expert in collecting, mining and analyzing that data. So one, you're going to say, I know I can analyze the data for you. We share, and you can pay to get access, maybe behind a paywall to the data, and as part of our consultancy, we can implement what we learn about the data. So we'll give you our analyzed data so that you can do action, or we will help you do that action, and then you can have a course where the businesses, if they wanted to do it themselves or as a part of your consulting, they get this course, and you can onboard their staff onto how they too will be able to use this data and how to implement it into their business systems. So this will be a consulting service that people will need. So you're going to be able to need to do coaching, training, consulting, all on this. And the next way that we can use this data is a tool like Designer. And our Designer, we can get those infographics, and then we can use those infographics to turn into books and magazines. These can be online, or these can be other digital assets. You can also then transcribe. You can also then have that same text shortened with AI. So you can have that same text shortened with AI and rewritten, summarized. So here's a tool that does it and here's another one for then making your data content valuable. So we want to share it, and how we're going to be able to share it? Well, we've got to get people engaging. So think creatively on this too, and automate as much as possible for scaling, but being able to work within a sub niche, so a niche within a niche, a blue ocean. So make money is a niche. Make money online is a sub niche. Make money online using data is a sub niche of a sub niche, and so on. So what would like a data miner need, data analyst need? So software, data, and so then that could be a sub niche in there is just on software for data analysts, or clothing line for data analysts, whatever it is. Clothing line kind of is dodgy, but just trying to put out ideas. All right, so Inksprout does AI shortening, Social Champ and Radar can do automated social media. Okay, so I don't want to getting lost. So we've got the data. We know what information we need to extract and what that information means, so that once we extracted that and once we get a score, we can line up the score and we can do programs and analytics on it to give then a little paragraph, a little spiel about what that means. Hey, you've got a score of this. This means that. And we can see these examples already in these data collecting tools. So if we go to like something like this, and we just look up where we have to log in. So just look in like software. Oh no, it's any business or domain. So I need to do this, but if I'm not going to. I'm going to. Okay, so see how like just giving you all this, like, what in the interpretation, what does this all mean? So you're getting in your tools and in your data mining, you're just getting raw data. And so we've got to make it really simple to use, because the idea is then that you're going to be able to also sell off this data and these queues so that people can put on little checks onto their website if they need. So a good idea I want to show you about how you can make money is these companies are collecting data through here. So just look at this. We're going to do our search, and it's collecting all data from all over, and then it's just displaying this. So this is a subscription-based company here that is then mining the internet. When you search that, boom, all its scrapers, its tools, or however it's done it, it's done behind the scenes. That's the money side in it, and putting it together has come back and then started to give all this traffic. All this data. So all this information. So then it's displaying it and making money just off displaying it. So then if you take it a next step and be able to analyze it and implement that analysis by using, again, tools. So at the moment we just want to get the data and we want to be able to then display the data in a way, and then we want to be able to put it into tools that we can then get that data and write a little bit about it. So if you can, so Inksprout does summaries, text summaries, and same with other copywriters. But if you are able to write up something in a doc that can be reused, that if this number needs this number needs that, then you can start to automate your posts so that once the data rating comes in for the week of this, then it says this means that, so that your reporting, your analytics becomes automated as well. And Inksprout just is able to find stuff of interest and summarize it. So I'm just saying the idea of AI being able to summarize text and information might be of assistance, but also being able to just store text in spreadsheets and be able to pull up that kind of text as well. So for automation, so social media automation, this is then, as you're getting your feed through here, you're all going to be able to summarize or automatically your content that you've written. You're going to be able to create amazing content, easy to be able to share and make it palatable for people with the summaries. Then you're going to share them, the links and the new courses. Yep. All right, let's keep going through. Yeah, so another automation for social media, and be able to put social media managers on to automate all this process. So we've made it all pretty into marketable products. We've shared marketable products. We've keep collecting on an ongoing basis of these marketable products. We're turning them as much as possible automatically into videos. So let's see, with the use of SaaS tools ourselves. So this one is then a AI editing tool, because then we can do videos talking about it and explaining and share them as well as uploaded to YouTube to create more useful content and ways of explaining it and sharing it. And if you want to do online courses, so with your information, so you've got all your information. So this is a platform that you can use for free to create online courses and market your courses. So you can see it here, Groove Member there. So you can put your courses online for free, all your information. But these guys is basically what you're working on. They've got all this information on marketing. They've then started to build software around that information. So you're creating information, starting to share that information, showing how other people can use that information. We're also developing the capacity of yourself to use that information. And then you are using that information and connecting with the people that also can use that information and showing them how to implement that information. See where we're at? Yep. So then you're going to create like reports, you're going to do automation, you're going to create videos, useful content. You're going to show how that content in those videos can be personalized, specific to individuals, and that you can show them how they're going to be able to do that. You've got all these tools that you're going to be able to use. You're going to be able to either use them with your clients as affiliates, where they sign up to the tool and sign up through your links, and therefore you get a bit of a thank you in terms of a commission for your clients using these other tools that use the same kind of data that you're using, that you're teaching through your course. And you can then also think about if there's a gap in the market, developing your own SaaS product that can then display your information easy and accessible and do the analytics for people so that you don't have to actually do it. So turn your consulting then side as much as possible, create a SaaS on an area of where you're consulting. So create a product that will actually help you and in your consulting. So access to your data and your analytics is automatically as possible. So create your own course on how they can also, use the data that you're selling. So you're selling access to your raw data, like here. So if you want other ones, so you're showing off and teasing and creating amazing infographics and tools here. You're showing how they can also then do their own data and collect in your own courses. You're showing the data you've collected and analyzing in books and showing how it's helped you and what it's doing in your business. You've then summarized data and articles and share that in short little videos and longer videos where needed. You make sure you share it everywhere. You got good sales copy, targeted and using data. You are then getting to the point where automated marketing intelligent platforms, where it's something like this tool's still in development, where you've got automated market analysis that's creating something. So they've created from the analysis, so they're collecting data in from the analysis, they're creating a useful tool. People need to know this. Then from that tool, it links in to the AI writer. So people need the writing content. So it's getting market data. It's creating something from that market data. It's then creating useful information that helps these people, helps them to understand their pain point and where what your product and service helps them with. And then it comes up with ideas on how you're going to connect with these people and share that information directly with them. And then it shows you and gives you the tool to do so. So then it connects you up, where you can then, so it's like full 360, puts in your analytics and shows you how to then run the ads. Then it shows you how to make sure that your analytics is running so that you can run effective ads, and so that you can get the custom audiences that you need, so that you can link it up and get your personas, that you're targeting the right people, so that then you can have the absolute optimization. And as a company, they themselves, so this is a model that we looking at on how to start a business, is you come over here and look at here, and we'll look at membership and see what they do. But you'll see that most of your companies and your big companies are going to be doing this. They are consulting. They have a product. So they're having a service and a product. So that's what we want. We want to have a product and data, and they have a service, and then they're maximizing their service by having consulting, education, SaaS, where you can do it yourself. So they're constantly kind of putting themselves out of the job and making it and teaching people how to do it. So on top of this, so I went to the wrong thing. Let's go now to pricing. Sorry about that. So as we go down the pricing, so there for their tool, they have a monthly plan that you're using, or that they charge for. They have free as a lead magnet, but they also have other resources that you can use here that they're using as a lead magnet. They're doing consulting, where they can do a marketing plan for you, and then they're doing ongoing agency work with managing your ads. So they've got a SaaS that they're doing ongoing subscription for. They're doing marketing plan products that they are then using their SaaS tool anyway to make their marketing plan for you. And then they are also able to manage your ads so that you can fulfill and do your marketing plan. So you can see the 360 that they're doing here. Another one that you'd see is Uber Suggest, where Neil Patel has Neil Patel Digital, and Uber Suggest is a SaaS that comes in, that gets data, collects data, shares that data, teaches people how to use that data, tips and helps and shows them how they can also use that data, consults for them, or as an agency does it for them. So teaches and shows how to do it, does it for them. And this is what we want to kind of set up here at SaaS Marketing, working with SaaS Renew. So if you want to collaborate on any of these ideas and you want to help people to make money online and make money ethically online, then I'd love to hear from you. This is getting towards the end of the video. So we've created the courses, we create then more courses. Yep, that was all different courses. I think I went over. I can do up a better PowerPoint and show you these steps simplified and do a full resource layout if you guys are interested, but I'll only do that if you are interested. So comment below and I can do in depth so that you can understand this much better. I can lay this out much clearer for you in another way. We all learn differently, so maybe there is another way that is clearer for you that I can assist, but let me know in the comments, or reach out however you can in our community group. So tools for the job and other considerations. So we went through, there's all these other tools that we need to think about, how we're going to distribute, how we're going to collect payments. I've shared with you a good amount of tools. Most of these there's pretty much all free options in all of this that you can get started for free to validate your idea for free. So you do not need to be paying for anything, but when you start to and get an idea, then I would highly recommend checking out some of these deal sites. So Groove Pages can get you all online for free, but then if you want to buy other tools and software, so these are all able to be used for free, but if you want to do a paid, because once you use it for their free tier and you start to scale your business, you'll need to buy subscriptions. So the other options to buying subscriptions is we just go to our beautiful lifetime deal sites where we can buy software and business tools at a one-time price as opposed to paying for subscription pricing. So this is all these guys who stayed around to the end. You don't have to pay some of these tools. If we look through it now, if any of them is going to come out and share their pricing. Oh yeah, we did already here. We can go back there. All right, so $250 a month and higher, and starting at $100 a month. So if we don't want to pay these monthly fees, so as you're starting off, you might not want to pay it, then you can give these other tools. Other tools are generally tools that are just starting off, or they have a model in which people buy them don't use them that frequently, so they don't use a lot of resources, so they can offer lifetime deals where people can use them infrequently when they need. But here, see, you can save 98% off by going to places like SaaS Mantra, paying a one-time $39 as opposed to if you're doing a subscription for, generally these values are of a couple of years, because what happens if the company folds over? These are new tools, so do buyer beware, do your research and homework, but you're looking at data analysis so it should be no problem. Or you're looking at entrepreneurship and starting a business, so that's all about constantly adapting and learning and growing and playing around. But instead of having to pay then $2,000, say this was calculated over 3 years or something of the tool, you would only pay $39 this one time, because you're giving this company a shot and a go at getting started. So you can try these tools, make your money with these tools, and have a couple of backups that you would be able to use if needed, so that if they don't work out, if the development isn't as fast as you want, then you can move to another one. And because you paid it for these lifetime deals, generally you're paying for maybe anywhere from 3 months to maybe like 3-4 years of a tool. So if it's a really more established tool, then maybe the lifetime price is what you would pay in subscriptions for a few years. So say they're going to charge it at $100 a month. And so, these lifetime deals, these are generally the more expensive ones that we're talking about. They might be charged at like $3,000 to $4,000, $5,000. And they're going to be normally the $100 to $200 a month. And they're going to be on founders that have a good backing, they have a good resource base, they have good experience, good development skills. And so you'll be able to, they'll be able to justify that higher price, essentially. So the tools that have younger teams, that are not as developed, that don't have the proven track record, are going to not be able to justify that kind of price. And so generally you get that swing. So a proven team, proven skills in not only the software development but also in their business skills, is going to be able to warrant about 3 years of the subscription price. Unproven team with a product that maybe isn't verified is going to be able to get maybe a couple of months of their subscription. So say the subscription is $10 a month, then the lifetime deal is maybe $30. If it's $100 a month, maybe the lifetime deal is $300. Okay, and so these sites are really going to be able to help you then scale from that and get in, and you can just jump around on tools because they are cheaper, and you're paying them only for a couple of years or a few months. If a better tool comes up, you can always jump over and start using the better tool. You're not locked into the tool for a lifetime just because you have access to the life of the tool. If they go under, that is unfortunate for them and yourself, I guess, if it was a useful tool. But that is the risk that you pay with these tools. All right, so let's go back. Is there anything else? No questions. So again, if you want to collaborate, hit me up. I'm doing the SaaS review and SaaS marketing, where we're going to teach about software use and how you can maximize your growth and value that you give to your community and your family and yourself, using amazing software technologies. And then on the other side, we want to teach people how they're going to be able to make money from scratch if they don't have a business. So SaaS review is learning the software, and the other one, SaaS marketing, is actually marketing and business focused all on using software and software strategies to automate and scale your business. So it's all about how you're going to scale your business. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I know this has been a long video. I appreciate your patience and watching till the end. Have a beautiful day.